my favorite time of day. Quiet. A lot of times I just get up, walk around, meditate, think, pray. Every morning. Every morning I see these great patriots sleeping in their cars. Every morning it has the same effect on me. I'm surrounded by amazing, amazing patriots. Hope someday the world will know that, no, I haven't even brushed my teeth yet. Smoking my first cigarette. How do I look? Yeah. Amazing, I know. I hope the world someday sees who these great patriots are. Thank you, Shaddy. Thank you. Handsome as always. That's right. It's going to be another hot day. Thank you. Thank you for that love. I know you guys do, Laura. I know you do. You guys are amazing. Good morning, everybody. I'm kind of a big deal. That's right. West of New York. Yeah, Matt and Lynn's on their way. All right. That is right. They're leaving out this morning. So is Oreo's supposed to be here sometime. Talked to him a little bit yesterday. Yeah, I see. I just walked by a few cars, and I don't see them sleeping in their cars, but I see them. Yeah, that's yeah. Cold weather's on its way, guys. Cool weather is, but yeah, late tonight. That's what I thought he said. Thank you for helping the relatives. Oh yeah, justice is going to prevail, guys. Next week, great Twisted Sister. Thank you, Pastor Carl. Bless you. I wish you had some land where we needed it. As is, I've never worried about. I've never worried about anything. The only thing what worries me is not land. It's not even finances, which is, you need both those things to make an operation like this work. So, Vancouver, good to Vancouver Island. Oh, good to see you. But I've never worried about those things because I figure if God wants it done, He'll supply the needs. And if He doesn't want it done, then I don't want it done. Can you guys hear me okay? Thank you. Thank you for all the thoughts and prayers. I appreciate it. So anyway, walking around, I see people that are sleeping in their vehicles. And one car I walked by, she's one of my Buckeyes. She's got a home in Ohio. And it's probably got a comfortable bed in it. And she's sleeping in the front seat of her car. I got Raptor over here. And yep, those state movements, I've always believed in state movements. We always have plans to build state movements. We've actually already got a couple state movements going. But Raptor over here, he's sleeping in that Camaro. And thank you guys. Thanks for concerns about my mama. My mom's fine. My mom will be fine. So anyway, got another guy back here. I've actually been to his home in New York. Beautiful, beautiful home in a beautiful part of New York. And they're out here fighting the fight. So yeah, that's what I know, buddy. Go ahead and go by my mama's house. Go ahead and do that if you dare. So anybody that threatened a man's 86-year-old mama, you're a scumbag. So I know. Trust me, I know. Why is it the first cigarette of the morning only jump starts the need for another one? I know we're going. It's we're going. Go ahead and do that. I'm not even blocking you. Go ahead. So anyway, these great patriots, I'm just praying that history will record how awesome they are. Beautiful, beautiful souls. Great honor just to be among them. Great honor. Just show you that guy sitting over there. I'm not sure he's with us. Man. Not sure that guy's with us. Kind of looks like he should be on the other side of the fence, doesn't he? So anyway, yeah. What I wanted to talk to you about this morning, I do a lot of. Whew, the sun's bright. Uh, been seeing a lot of things by high-profile conservatives talking about the Mar-a-Lago raid on by the FBI, and got to be careful how we handle that. Do I agree with it? Not for the purpose it was done. Especially if Dan Bongino is correct, and the reason they raided Mar-a-Lago was to get the evidence that Trump had about the complicity of the FBI in the Hillary Clinton campaign to try to derail the 2016 election. I don't agree with that. But you can't ever forget that it's that same FBI that we're calling for to investigate the Hunter Biden computer. Good morning. Hang on just a second, guys. Hang on, guys. I am muted. That's me doing it. So I'll be right back.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. So anyway, sorry about that. Um, just, you know, be careful what you say, what you wish for. Um, yeah, I don't like. I don't like the third world feel of the current administration going after political opponents. It's never a good thing. But honestly, we're going to have to go against political opponents because they're illegal. And we're going to need law enforcement to do that. A lot of talk about the military. Folks, you don't want the military doing what the people are supposed to do. If we're calling what they're doing right now a banana republic, there's nothing more banana republic than the military taking over a government. That's not the military's job. It's our job. Our job is to correct the government. So that's caution. Just caution. We can't see. It's hard to read that. Good morning, everybody. Sorry. Absolutely. When the government fears the people, there is liberty. When the people fear the government, there is tyranny. Exactly. So it's our job to... is Mags in here? My brother. I didn't see Mags' comment, so I gotta go up and read it because everybody's amening it. Where you at, Mags? Fireball gals in here? Good gravy. Well, that was you, Mag. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. I just seen the comment. Sleep is for the weak. Good morning, good morning. So anyway, got to be real careful because we're going to hopefully soon we'll see justice begin. Guys, I don't know if you've noticed or not, but there is a shift going on right now. Has been going on for a while. It's been going on for a long time. A lot of us have felt the need for change, but we just thought we were alone. And thank God for the People's Convoy opening our eyes to the fact that we're not. And that, say whatever you want to about the People's Convoy. Some of our comments are justified, but they did do that. They did do that. They opened our eyes to the fact that there's a lot of us way more than us than there are of them. This is uniting time, folks. This is time we get together and unite. It's the time we have to unite. I said it early on. We don't have to come up with new slogans or new catchphrases. Those ones from the First War of Independence, they still work today. United we stand, divided we fall. We all hang together or we all hang separately. So, time to get together. What goes on out here, during the day, these people doing this stuff here, that's not the big concern, folks. You're always going to have people spew hate and spew lies. It's just the way it works. But what bothers me is the people that believe it. Uh, I've supported Operation Underground Railroad since 2014. It was probably early 2014. Might have been late 2013. I can't remember. But in 2013, I was literally homeless. I wasn't living under a bridge homeless because I got good family. I'll never be that homeless as long as my family has a place. But I went through devastating loss, and I had absolutely nothing. And I was working a menial labor job trying to, rebuild my life, contemplate which way I needed to go. It was right before I started trucking again. And I heard Glenn Beck interviewing the guy that runs Operation Underground Railroad. And for you that don't know Operation Underground Railroad, OUR, they go into situations where there's child trafficking, and they build a case against them. Then they go in and rescue the children. And I remember sitting on the couch and weeping at the stories they were telling. And I didn't have much money. I didn't have much money at all. And I had to give. So to be called a pedophile and a groomer, it's offensive. But more offensive than that is to see those who are supposed to be fighting the same fight I'm fighting believe that report. Use it to try to destroy not me, but this organization. One thing about me, folks, I don't hide who I am, what I believe. Very open about that. I believe that's the way a person's supposed to live. Got a big truck coming by, hang on. I miss hauling freight. I think why I miss it so much and why I love trucking so much is saved my life. I started trucking back in the 80s. I fell in love with it back in. And got out of it for about 25 years. And picked it back up when I was in a really, really low spot in my life. And gave me purpose. Gave me my life back. That's why I love it. I enjoy it. I'm about to move where I can see comments because I can't see nothing right now. Hang on a minute. Go find us a better place to sit out of the sun where it's not right in my face. It was nice, but I can't see the comments. I bet you if you ask the giving patterns of those that are opposing us, I bet you'll not find anybody that's give more than I have. Try to stop child trafficking. I bet you. Isn't that the way it always is, though? Isn't that the way? Good backdrop. Thank you, Big D. That's the way it always is. It's the socialist. It's the socialist that wants the government to take your money and give it to the causes they believe in. Yet when you check their actual charitable giving, they don't give. Ridgeline, I was a whole lot of good ideas come in, but I was asked by the local sheriff's department not to engage with those people, and so that's what I've done up until a couple of days ago. But a couple of days ago, had to do what I had to do. So we're trying to we're doing. I just want you to know we're doing things, folks. We're not just sitting here. We are doing things, but we're not going to talk about them live because you know why. But the other day, believe it or not, it was a good thing. It was a God thing. Uh, sometimes a man's got to do what a man's got to do. So, yeah, I saw that. Guys, there isn't anything we don't see. I'm telling you, thanks to you guys. Thanks to you guys. It's unbelievable. I get emails, I get text messages, I get phone calls. There's nothing goes on here that people don't see. So, oh, thank you.
Gotta make it where you want it.
Oh, just cream and sugar. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you guys for. I'm floored by the amount of work and time that our people. You're all our people. Yeah, exactly. There comes time. I was like, okay, now's the time. Coffee, yes. But you got to be calculated and you got to be wise in how you handle things. What they're doing is unwise. Thank you, Carol. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. When we open up this membership, you guys will have a tangible way to be a part of this movement. That's one of the big things I keep getting is what can we do? What can we do? And honestly, I've been focused on the first mission so much that I couldn't focus on you can't. One of the reasons I appointed a board was so many things were falling through the cracks. I couldn't let that continue on the way it was. It's getting to the point where there's so many things that needs to be done in so many different areas. You know, these guys are going to help me keep that, make sure that stuff doesn't happen as often. Things are still going to fall through the cracks, folks. That's just the way it is. As we grow, we'll get more proficient. Some of you had mentioned that you were sending in ideas, suggestions, and didn't know if they were getting to us. I'm sure some of them did not. And I apologize for that. But a lot of them did, just because we didn't respond, via live stream or you didn't see that we were doing something. And some things, they're just things that we can't do that you suggest at this time. But hopefully we'll see things begin to flourish here. Thought it was comical that they were yesterday across the street yelling, when are we going to see the minutes of the board meeting? You're not. Thank you. You're not. As a matter of fact, from now on, if you're going to see stuff from us, you're going to be a member and you're going to pay for it. If you're willing to pay for it and join the 1776 restoration movement, you can have access. To the information. So, but know this also, we have the right to pull your membership based on your behavior, your performance. You're not going to get to vote, that's for sure. Honestly, that's fine. Let them help support the movement. We have to continue this mission. You're absolutely right. We have to continue. We will continue. Tennessee Patriot, we're working on getting that all set up. Mag America there, he's, I've not seen a thing he's done, but I know he's been working hard. He's one of the hardest working men I ever know. I'm telling you. Good man. You're welcome. He's another one. Yesterday morning I was out walking around. Got a nice home. Got a nicer home than I've ever had. Sleeping in the seat of his van. Thank you, West Virginia. I know it. I can't help it. I was just made this way. Yeah, this entire movement's about the children that's going to come up behind us. We can't leave them this country. We got to leave them the country it's supposed to be. Yeah, actually we are. We're being evicted from Bunker Hill. Do not be mean to the people here. I'm begging you. The people here that have let us rent this lot, they're 100% patriots. They're great people, so do not lash out at them. We have to respect the fact that they let us stay here for so long, and honestly, they wanted us to stay here at least through the election. But because of, the loss of business now that they're experiencing because of those out there, they've asked us to move our operation somewhere else. I respect that. They've been good to us. So if it was my property, I'd do that. Coal mining company, that's a good idea. Yeah, they've been wonderful. They really have. This is a fight, guys. That's what it is. I mean, this, again, I've said it before, we're going up against the most powerful government that's ever existed. If you didn't think they was going to just give up power, did you? And again, I respect that they don't want to give up power and they'll fight for it. But what I don't understand is that I'll say I respect it. I understand it. What I don't understand is how we bite and tear each other up. It's not surprising to me. I've been involved in church work my whole life, and that is the most important message ever broadcast to mankind, and I've seen that my whole life in church work. So And it's the same self-righteous crowd, same self-righteous spirit that comes against church work that comes against us. That is pure self-righteousness out there. That's all it is. It's the same thing. All this has been going on for decades, absolutely. So, you just got to have grit. And grit and truth. Grit and truth. Absolutely. This is a live with Joshua. Hey, buddy, how you guys doing? Joshua and his sweet wife, they're just so precious. Such sweet, sweet people. The other day they were messing with her, and just evil. I love you, sweetie. I'm proud of you. You handled it well. Seeing some good mornings, so good morning, everybody, for you just joining us. Yeah, this is a battle between good and evil. And there's going to be times where evil looks like it's prevailing, but it will not prevail, folks. Executive Order 14067. No, not sure. 14067. I have no idea. They might be, Linda. I don't know. It's a possibility. No, they didn't get us out of D.C. Now, that one there is not true. We'd already planned on leaving D.C. That had been well announced. So, but they did get us kicked out of here. They threatened our permit in D.C. That's why I had to sit there and do nothing in D.C. because that's exactly what they want me to do, something in D.C. And that way they could yank our permit. But the message is more important than the moment, guys. I know you guys feel helpless sitting at home watching this stuff go on. I know you guys, some of you don't need to be here. Let's be honest, some of you don't need to be here because it'd be tough. Bender, there's some fake accounts that are popping up on here, so don't always believe what you read in a comment. I'm in constant contact with Dee and Hippie, and they're both still 100% with the movement. They love me and I love them. And understand that the jobs that a lot of people were doing here, they're still doing those same jobs. The only difference is now, instead of one person, trying to field everything that's going on. We've got multiple people. We got 6 people that are monitoring those different areas so that stuff doesn't slip through the cracks. So Hippie's still doing what Hippie done. So that proves to me that it's not a true statement. So just, again, you guys don't know all the details, and I understand that. You don't know all the details. And so don't be gullible. Don't, and we're all going to get taken from time to time. I get it. I worked in a prison for 15 years, so see, Bonnie, see, you don't need to be here. I understand when you love a movement, and you guys love different individuals in this movement. I know that some individuals have become close to you, and you see them, being done wrong. It makes you want to stand up, and I appreciate that. And let me tell you something. Some of you, I've only seen your screen names, and there's a connection there. There's a connection there. So we have to. It does. It feels like we're family. Exactly. My tooth is still a little bit sore. You got that one right there. A little bit sore. Hang on just a second. Let me read this text. I love texts like that. I love texts like that. Um, so. Anyway, thank you, Kathy. I appreciate that. Well, like I said before, Mags or somebody started a screen record. I'm going to give a little synopsis here that we can post, kind of give a update on on everything that's been going on. So I'm going to ignore the comments for a little bit and go into this. So Mags, give you a few minutes here to get ready, and I'll just kind of give a synopsis of what we're doing, what we've done, and that way we can have that for future reference. Let me know when you're ready there, Max, or whoever else is doing it. All right, thank you. Ready? 3, 2, 1. 1776 Restoration Movement started, of course, with the breakup of the People's Convoy. We didn't feel like the mission was over. And so a group of us got together and started the 1776 Restoration Movement. Literally put the thing together in a couple of weeks, hammered out all the details, the message, had already a partial plan, or had already a plan, of course, coming from the People's Convoy. It then became a partial plan, and as we activated a new plan, went into DC on the 6th of July and ended up staying 34 days on the National Mall. We were making regular trips to the Capitol building. I personally was able to speak to a few representatives while we were there. Not near enough. We had some amazing conversations with people on the mall, people that did not agree with us politically, but they appreciated the way we were doing it. As a matter of fact, one individual, he's told me he was 80 years old, rode his bike by, and he had stopped the day before and told one of our members what he later reiterated to me. He said, I don't agree with your message at all. I don't agree with what you're fighting for. He said, I think you're all a bunch of conspiracy theorists. When he told me that, I'm like, well, this is not going the way I want it to go. But then he said, but you're not burning down our city. You're not accosting our citizens. You're respectful. You're kind. And he had given her the day before, he had given her $25. He said, here's $25 to help you guys in your mission. One time I sit and talked to a guy that came, he was jogging through, saw us and stopped, and somebody said, go talk to David over there, he's our leader. So he sat down and talked to me for over an hour. And turns out he was a pretty high-powered attorney there in DC. Probably more high-powered than I even know. And he got my number, and he said, after he left that night, he texted me. He said, man, I really enjoyed the conversation I had with you. Really enjoyed it. And he said, I hope we can do that again sometime. I'm like, yeah, I hope we can too. So there was just another guy rode up on a bicycle. We had some Antifa types there. They were calling us all kinds of names. And so I just walked over to him to kind of set the record straight. And He was like asking me blunt, hard questions, which I don't run from. Actually, I like them. And by the time it was over, his head was sideways. He was looking at me, and I said, "We're not that far apart, are we?" He said, "No, we're not." And I think that's one of the biggest lessons we need to learn, is that those that are in power, in order to keep power, have to divide us. And if we sit down and talk, irrational people, you can't converse rationally with them. But rational people, honest, open-minded, true-hearted people, you're going to find out we're not that far apart. So that's one of the biggest things I learned there, was that even those that we consider the enemy are not always the enemy. But when we got done with our 34 days on the National Mall, I had to come to grips with truth and reality that though we had done some amazing things there, I still didn't get accomplished what I wanted to get accomplished. I'm sitting here looking over the parking lot, and I see people that have left their homes. Some of them have left their jobs to do what we're doing. I know my personal life and my personal story, and everybody here has a story much like mine. So if we're going to do this, then it can't just be somewhat satisfying. It can't just be even historic. It has to be effective. It has to do what we need done. It has to accomplish what needs to be accomplished. And after a lot of thought and prayer and talking to other people, we've restructured the entire business model. And I brought on a board of 6 members. All of them have different areas that they're responsible for. And what was going on was things were being brought to me as the sole proprietor, and I can't solve all the issues in a day. There's just no way I can solve all the issues in a day. So now we have 7 people. So hopefully less will fall through the cracks because we got to be effective. It's all being streamlined to be effective. I thought it was humorous when we had our first meeting. I looked at the guys and I said, "I don't want a bunch of yes men." They all started looking at each other and grinning, and then they all started laughing. You know, it's a superfluous statement. They are not yes men. They're men. And but at the end of that meeting, it was amazing. At the end of every meeting, it's been amazing. We stand up, we hug each other, we tell each other we love each other, and then we go do what we're supposed to do. Because there's mutual respect between all 7 of us. I believe God has put together a team here of like-minded individuals. I've got businessmen who have been very successful in business. I've got patriots, every one. And I'm really excited about the future of the 1776 Restoration Movement. Here's just some of the things that we're working on to make this more effective. And remember, if we're going to do this, it's got to change. things. All of us have been changed. That's not enough, guys. It has to change things. It has to change the way our federal government is going, how our state governments are letting the federal government do what they want to do. So the initial plan was to go to DC, and I thought that when we went there and we'd done what we said we'd do, that the masses would flock to us, that would help us, that would affect the change that we're desiring. That didn't happen. And we can get mad and say, oh, they didn't show up. Here's the deal. Everybody can't do what we are doing. Everybody can't leave their homes. Everybody can't leave their family. Everybody can't leave their job and do what we're doing. So you can't be angry at a person for not doing what they can't do. So now we have to take it to another level. We learn, we adapt, we overcome. So what we're doing now is we're going to keep a presence here, very small presence. I want somebody working in the U.S. Capitol with our message, making inroads for us. Some of us will occasionally have to come back to D.C. To work on that as well. But the core group of 1776 is going to form a movement that goes in state to state. When we come to your state, we're going to have seminars that talk about the problems, talk about the solution, and finding the people in that state that can work that solution in that state. So we will have, 1776 restoration movement groups all over the country. What I'd like to see is have all 50 states have an effective 1776 restoration movement working within its borders. People that can go to the state capitals and talk to the representatives in the state capitol, explaining to them their job and the Constitution. And the reason I say that, it sounds like it's not a necessary task. Yes, it's a very necessary task. The Constitution class that we've been going through here, the guy who's teaching that class said that he went through law school and then was elected as a representative in the state of Texas, and he had never studied the Constitution. A lawyer and a state representative. He's not unique, folks. There are legislators in your state that they don't even know about states' rights. They've been brainwashed, as we all have been for decades now, that the federal government has supreme rule over all the states. They never understood that the original Constitution limited federal government. And so they're working under this erroneous premise that the federal government's doing what they're supposed to do and we're doing what we're supposed to do. No, the federal government is definitely overreaching and doing things that they never should have done. And they're not doing what they should do. There's the problem. So we're going to go in and we're going to educate not only the public, but then let that public educate the representatives and start turning each state around one by one. Our first state that we're going to is going to be, as of right now, is going to be Pennsylvania. We're wanting to go into Pennsylvania and hold rallies all over Pennsylvania, or seminars. They're not rallies anymore. They're seminars, because we're focused on educating people, motivating people, and getting the right people in the right position to do this. 1776 is going to start a membership platform. In that membership platform, the founding members will get a commemorative coin. They will be, I'm trying to get it done right now, get them, they'll be serial numbered coins, so you'll know where you fall in the membership. For I said 1,000. That's, we may go a little higher because I'm kind of blown away by the response we're getting. I don't know. I might just keep it at 1,000. But anyway, those will be founding members, and then they'll also get a special ID card with all membership. We're going to start a subscription only type website. We're going to start doing a podcast. Members will have access to the live recording of that podcast. Then it will be posted behind or outside of the subscription area later on for public consumption. You'll have the right to nominate board members as vacancies come available. Very exciting things going on. Very exciting things going on. But again, the entire focus now is laser-like accuracy on what we have to do to get this country turned back around. I'll be honest, my biggest fear is, do we have the time to get it all done? That's up to the people. Understand that when I say we're going to go state to state and do this, that doesn't mean you have to wait for us to come to your state before you form your own 1776 restoration movement and then begin to do what we're trying to do in whatever state we're in. As a matter of fact, I would like to get people that we can vet, that we know are what we're about, and have them start movements in every state. Study the Constitution. That's one of the things you're going to have to do as a movement. We have to study the Constitution. I would highly recommend going onto YouTube and typing in Constitution Alive. There's a course there, free charge, 11 episode course on the Constitution. Unbelievable. Hillsdale College also has a more in-depth look into the Constitution. Begin to identify where your state is. Some of you live in conservative states and you think that you're safe. You're not. You're not safe at all. Because Texas is a conservative state, and the man that's teaching this course admittedly did not know the Constitution. So try to get a bill passed that every individual that puts her hand on that Bible and swears an oath to that Constitution knows what that Constitution's about. We don't take oaths seriously anymore. That's a promise you're making, not to the people. It's a promise you're making to God that you're going to protect that Constitution from all enemies, foreign and domestic. Doesn't matter. So we have to know what we're fighting for and how to fight for what we're fighting for. So that's kind of the synopsis where we're at right now. We will be announcing more as we go on. And cut. Was that good, Mags? Do I need to do a take two? Folks, you're getting a your first live version of the podcast. Yes, those Hillsdale College, yeah, they're very good. Oh, you forgot to record. I will cut you. You forgot to record. I was trying to tell you all during it that I forgot to record. Start over, start over. Thank you, Kat. All right, folks, with that said, I've got to make an important phone call. And so I'm going to have to get off here. I'm going to give you guys a few seconds here. Oh, no, wait a minute. Um, yeah, I'm going to have to get off here. That's later than what I thought. All right. Love you guys. I'm going to run to the bathroom, give you guys a chance to say your goodbyes to each other. And then I'll come back up and cut it off. All right. Love you guys. Be careful, man. All right, brothers and sisters. Love you guys. Appreciate you so much. We'll catch you next time. All right. Talk to you later.